Good morning. Father Pat with my regular interview with Jimmy, but Jimmy's not here today. Jimmy's feeling a little under the weather this morning. So I guess I'm just going to have to interview myself, just go a little bit solo. But I did want to comment on this weekend's homily with Deacon Dennis and on my newsletter article. Right now we are reading in our gospel each Sunday part of the bread of life discourse, and which really emphasizes our belief in the real presence, and the fact that the Eucharist is truly the body and blood of Jesus Christ. And my newsletter article this week, I expounded on our belief and how this belief goes back to the early Christians. That the early Christians even uh, gave up their life for this belief. And one of the charges that the Romans made against the early Christians was cannibalism. And I talked about how even the early fathers talked about the Eucharist and how the Eucharist is really truly the body and blood of Jesus Christ. So it's important for us to stop here in these weeks and reflect on the Eucharist, reflect on our belief in the real presence, and what that belief means. And I was struck by Deacon Dennis's homily this weekend, where he talked about the song of the hungry hearts, how our hearts are hungry for so much and so much in the wrong way. And I today I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal, and it had a post. It mentioned a post that Simone Biles had made that she had put out, and she said, the outpouring of love and support that I have received has made me realize I'm more than my accomplishments and gymnastics, which I never truly believed before. Wow, that really sums it up, that we just get so stuck on our accomplishments and on what we're trying to do and on the materialism and all of that, which will never completely satisfy us, right? The true thing that satisfies us is love, and ultimately that eternal love, which is the love of God, and that's what we receive in the Eucharist. Here, especially over this last year, with all of the problems with the COVID pandemic, and even now still the continuing scare, and all of the divisiveness in our society and our politics and all of that's going on, we've got to come back to the root of all of this, which is just simply love. Have to realize how great the love of God is and allow ourselves to just be filled with that love. And of course, the Eucharist is no greater place to receive that love. Every time we receive the Eucharist, we receive an outpouring of God's love in just an extreme way. And so we have to allow ourselves to be filled with that love, to share that love with one another, to just live in that love. So I encourage all of us to continue here, especially during these weeks in which we're reading from the sixth chapter of the Gospel of John, the Bread of Life discourse, to reflect on the Eucharist and what the Eucharist means in our life, what the Eucharist and receiving that Eucharist means to us, and how we receive the love of God through the Eucharist, and how that love of God really feeds that hungry heart that we have, feeds all of our desires, all of our wants. There's no greater thing than that love and support, and that's what Simone Biles has realized over these last couple of weeks, and that's what we all need to realize, that really nothing matters except for love itself. So hope you have a good week. Take care of yourself. I think there's some colds, flus starting to go around here. And, we continue to be cautious about all of those along with in the pandemic. So thank you all for joining us today. Bye.